What's happening, guys? Coach Timothy here. Today we're going to talk about a little bit more about nutrition and how I calculate how many calories I use for losing weight, and what I've used from the very beginning to figure out how many calories a day I should be eating. And for that, you can go online and you can put in, how many calories should I be eating, and you're going to come up with a ridiculous amount of calculators that have various formulas based on age, weight, height, things like that, BMI, but we're not going to focus on all of that. I'm going to use a really simple plan that is found in the P90X Nutrition Guide, which here it is. If you guys don't have P90X, you can get it Beachbody on demand now, and they have these in PDF form for you to look at. So if you need to go in there and check it out, it tells you pretty much how to cook, goes through different recipes, things like that. Pretty awesome guide. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's pretty awesome. But I'm just going to use the formula that they have in the P90X Nutrition Guide. It's what I've used. Talk a little bit more about it and how we actually calculate it. So we'll begin with what my starting weight was before I started with Beachbody. It was 230 pounds. So first we need to calculate our resting metabolic rate, or RMR, and that's pretty much the total number of calories our body is going to burn throughout a typical day. Just resting, not doing anything. That's how much if we sat there for an entire day, we would burn this many calories. It's not an exact number. This could depend on various things like your previous lifestyles, how you used to eat, things like that. But it's a pretty good ballpark number, and it's what I've used, and I've seen other people use it, and it seems to work out pretty well. To do that, we just take our body weight and multiply that by 10. Really, really simple. So for me, it's 230 pounds, multiply that by 10, 2,300. That's the number we get. Pretty simple calculation, not much to it. And the second thing we need to do is our daily activity burn. And I know other calculators give ranges like, hey, enter this if you're sedentary, enter this if you're like a waiter, enter this if you've got a highly active lifestyle. But we're just going to use a simple multiplier for our daily activity burn based on what our resting metabolic rate is. And for that, we'll just take our resting metabolic rate and multiply that by 0.2 to get our daily activity burn. So in my case, 2,300 times 0.2 is 460. So during a daily activity, I should be up to, if we add those together, my body would burn 2,760 calories in an average day. This is not working out or anything like that. This is what I would need to eat if I wanted to maintain weight. Now this is a little caveat that I'll have to put in here. This is just an estimation. You have to try this for yourself and track for 2 or 3 weeks and see how your body reacts to it. And then you can change up and down a couple hundred calories either way, depending on how it's reacting to your actual body type. So the third thing in the P90X guide that they do is compensate for exercise calories. Well, in their formula, they estimate that you're going to burn approximately 600 calories for a typical P90X workout. Now, for other workouts such as T25, I know it has a completely different guide for calculating calories and things like that, but in the past, I know that I've burned about 400 calories per T25 workout, so you can use either one of these. But for this case, we are going to use 600. So we take our 2,760 and add 600 to it to get our total calories, how much we should be consuming per day. Now that's going to give us what our maintenance should be, how many calories we would need to be eating while doing P90X to maintain weight. So what's that going to be? See if my math degree has done anything for me. I think I can do the simple math. 3,360 calories a day. Now that would be to maintain weight, and that seems like a lot, but that's what it is if you wanted to maintain weight. Like I said, this isn't a perfect calculator, but it's a really, really good estimate, and I've seen it give really, really good results, so that's why I trust it. But for most of us, we want to not maintain weight, but we want to lose weight. And for that, we would want to eat at a deficit, right? We need to be burning more calories per day than we're consuming through nutrition, what we're eating. And there's a couple different ways you can go about, doing a deficit. Some people say, go 1 to 2 pounds a week, and they base that off of there's 3,500 calories per pound. So they say let's go a 500 calorie deficit per day, which okay, that's fine. That would give us about 1 pound a week. So if that was the case, we just subtract 500 from that and get what our calorie intake should be. But we're extreme here. So I say, hey, if we're going to go 1 to 2, let's just go shoot for 2 and see how our body responds. So just subtract 1,000 and see where we lie. Now this puts me at about 2,360 calories per day. So we're no longer at our maintenance, and we're going to use this and plug that into MyFitnessPal as our goal. I know some of you can go, you might want to stretch it further past 1,000 calories per day deficit, and that's fine. That is fine just as long as you guys, males, stay above 1,500 calories a day, and females above 1,200 calories a day. That's just what I've seen used, and that's what we're going to stick with. And it's not really a great idea when you're first starting out to cut immediately to 1,500 calories a day. It might work, and you might shed weight really, really fast, but once you're there, you don't really have anywhere else to go. Sorry, there's like a wasp flying around in here. So do it slow. Start with 500, see how your body responds. If it's losing weight but not maybe as quick as you want, bump it down to 1,000 calories deficit per day and see what that gets you. And if you really, really start bonking during your workouts, especially if you work out later in the day, consider adding 1 to 200 calories per day to what you're eating so that you can have enough energy to push through these workouts. Because these workouts are hard. P90X, X2, X3, Body Beast, Insanity, these are all really, really hard. So you got to make sure you're getting the fuel that's proper for you to get through these workouts and get these amazing results that you want. So, the wasp flying around again. Anyways, this is what I use. You can plug in your weight here, multiply it by 0.2, compensate for your exercise calories, and then run your deficit, whatever you want. If you have any questions about maybe what you should be doing, feel free to message me, and I'll help point you in the right direction. We're in this for the long haul. We're in this for extreme results. We're in this to get you the body that you deserve. We're in this for everybody. So do not hesitate to ask me any questions you have. All right, guys. Hope you bring it. Coach K checking out. Let's get it. This is your year. We'll see you later.